The story I have for you today is called Stop Snoring, Bernard, and it's by Zachariah Ohora. Do you know anyone who snores? Have you ever tried to sleep when someone is snoring? It's really hard to do, isn't it? Well, the animals in this story get kind of mad at Bernard when he's snoring. So let's see what happens in the story with Bernard at the zoo. Okay, here we go. Stop Snoring, Bernard, by Zachariah Ohora. So here's a picture of the zoo. And you can see the otters are in their little pond, and there's one laying on a rock. And there's monkeys over there in a tree, and the tigers in their cage. Bernard loved living at the zoo. He loved mealtime, playtime, and best of all, nap time. But there was one little problem. Bernard snored loudly. One afternoon, at nap time, Grumpy Giles had had enough. "Snore somewhere else, Bernard," he said. Oh no, look at Grumpy Giles. He is very grumpy because he can't sleep. Bernard is snoring so loud that Giles can't even sleep. But I don't think Bernard even knows that he's snoring, because when people or animals snore, they don't realize they're snoring. They can't hear themselves snoring when they're sleeping. So poor Bernard. Let's see what happens next. Bernard tried sleeping in a lake, but that didn't work.
Stop snoring, Bernard.
He tried sleeping in a fountain, but that didn't work either.
Stop snoring, Bernard.
He even tried sleeping in a puddle, but that really didn't work.
Stop snoring, Bernard.
Bernard was sad and lonely. He found a tucked away place, curled up by himself, and drifted off to sleep. The other otters missed Bernard. They searched for him all through the night.
Bernard! Bernard! Bernard!
The next morning, Bernard woke up and saw hundreds of bats on the ceiling. "Excuse me," he said. "How did you sleep with all my snoring?"
We didn't.
Replied a bat.
We were out all night, and now we are trying to sleep. So please don't snore here.
This cave would have been great for Bernard to sleep in, because the bats aren't in the cave at nighttime. Bats are nocturnal, so they're out playing during the night, but then during the day they come back and they want to sleep during the day, so Bernard can't sleep here during the day and take a nap. Let's see where else Bernard can go and snore and not bother anybody. Bernard felt terrible. There wasn't any place he could sleep without bothering somebody. He trudged toward the zoo gate, but then he heard something. It was the other otters. "We couldn't sleep without you," said Grumpy Giles, "and I'm sorry I yelled. Please come back." And from that day on, everyone napped happily. Well, almost everyone. Good night, Bernard. Thanks for reading Stop Snoring, Bernard with me. I hope you liked this story. Poor Bernard. He's just trying to take a nap even though he snores. I think Giles was grumpy again at the end. Do you see his grumpy face? But I think that all of the otters missed their friend, so they're just going to have to try and deal with Bernard snoring, right? That's what we have to do when we live with someone who snores. Just have to try and deal with it. All right, thanks for reading with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.